Hi, I'm Perry Black right here at Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. You don't want to miss this very special holiday and 2020 recap, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with Billy and Rachel Hubbard. Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and our special guest on this program is Billy and Rachel Hubbard. They are, as you know by now, they are Daily Operations Director for all that takes place on a daily basis, taking care of kids in care and working with the house parents. So welcome to the show, y'all.
Hey,
Thank
you for having us.
Now in this show, this is really an awesome show because here we are wrapping up 2020. Can I get you to say somebody, thank you, Jesus?
Praise God.
We're wrapping up,
Yes.
not Christmas presents, but we're wrapping up 2020. So we want to kind of recap a little bit in this show of what has happened at Second Chance Ranch this year. Now, before we do that, we always like to take the first segment to get to know you. It's just possible that somebody's in a hotel room right now, just happened to tune in and they're like, who is this handsome couple? And well, I don't know if they're really thinking that or not, but tell us about y'all. Y'all been at the ranch, starting as house parents, y'all been there 13 years.
Yeah, almost 14 in January.
You know, 13's my mom's lucky number.
Yeah, we were engaged on Friday the 13th, and it's worked out pretty well. So.
I turned 13. I think I turned 13 on Friday the 13th, and I just celebrated in November on Friday the 13th, my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
and congratulations on what y'all do on the 13th?
Well, we were engaged on,
You got engaged.
on January 13th in 2004.
I'll be. So y'all been on staff 13 years at the ranch.
Yes, sir.
For all these past 8 or 9 years, you've been Daily Operations Director.
sir.
And when you took over Daily Operations Director, Billy, you had a full head of hair, didn't you?
I think so.
Had
yeah.
hair long and full,
At least
like
when I started,
like
before I
Rachel's.
started parenting, I did. Yeah. Thanks for noticing that.
Yeah, well, you know, anything I can do to help. But you guys have done a tremendous job. And this year, let's really look at the highlights of 2020 at Second Chance Ranch. And let's talk about physical stuff a little bit, because the Friday of Thanksgiving of 2019, we broke ground on the Recreation Center and worked all the way with the Recreation Center and the swimming pool all the way to July. So we had a really busy spring just doing physical stuff. Hopefully we'll get some pictures of the rec center and the swimming pool there, get on the screen. We've showed those a little bit. How did that all come about? Because a lot of people may not be aware that we're out among 40,000 acres of forestry, and we got 300 acres right in the midst of it all. So we're kind of rural out near Perrin, 40 minutes from Benton, 40 minutes from West Little Rock, 30 minutes from Perryville. So we're very rural. How did it end up we got a swimming pool and a rec center?
Well, it started with community leaders. They came out to the ranch and they really love what we do, and they've noticed that we needed amenities out there. It's too far to drive into Bryant, you know, do a lot of things. So they came out on actually Susie Everett came from Everett Chevrolet, and she came out on a hot 4th of July weekend. She's like, you guys need a swimming pool out here. So she's been believing and talking with us about it for a long time. Other community leaders have thought about that as well. And we pitched that on the 2019 Second Chance Ranch Banquet, and it came to fruition.
Now, that was kind of expensive.
Yeah, it was.
Now, let me just kind of give a personal note here. I contract all the construction in the entire ministry as a contractor professional. And so we're able to save literally thousands of dollars, and also somebody on the set did some painting and some trim work, and somebody else did a whole lot of the decor along with my wife, and the kitty corner. Rachel did some of the kitty corner. I don't know if she did any trim work. She do any trim work?
Doing that.
She do any painting?
No painting.
But you did. And that's what we do here in this ministry is we work really hard to make sure every gift that's given is really used with good stewardship principles. And our staff out there, Blake, did so much of the interior work, and then some of the people that I know in the construction industry came and did some of the work. Of course, we paid them, but these are guys I've used since as far back as 1982 in residential construction, and then here at the church and ministry, so many of the guys that I use and the suppliers. But what kind of impact has the recreation center and the swimming pool been to our staff and our children?
It's really revolutionized the experience at the ranch. It really has, even more than I thought. And I knew it was going to be a big impact. It's really bigger than I've ever would have dreamt. We have birthday parties in the rec center. Well, kids, they can get out of their home a little bit, go watch a movie or a football game. The pool, someone's in that pool during the 4 months every day. And the parents can let the kids go run out and kind of almost have a little bit of a babysitter. You're watching the kids, but the adults can kind of talk a little bit while the kids are playing. It's just great. Kids are happier. They get their energy out. They come home and they're ready to work on their life and work on their treatment.
Now we have currently 4 homes open at currently 3. But typically we have 4 homes at the ranch. We have 2 in town, 1 that we're building right now. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But when they come into the rec center, do they sometimes come as just a particular house goes down, or is it organized and they go down in groups?
Either or. A lot of the houses go in and kind of do their individual thing, but sometimes we'll have group parties, group events, watch a football together. Kind of a mixed bag. We do a little bit of both. Okay.
We're going to take a brief break. We're going to talk a little bit more about the rec center, the swimming pool, our new project underway, and how many kids have been touched, changed, restored to their families, or adopted in 2020 in spite of all the craziness going on. We'll be right back.
Second Chance Youth Ranch is a very special foster care ministry. We exist to provide a loving home and a stable family for children who have been removed from abusive or neglectful situations. Our heart is to find the most needy, the most vulnerable children in the foster care system and to meet them right where they are and help them begin to heal. We have 2 campuses, and these campuses have large homes to enable us to take in large sibling groups. We also open homes out in the community. These are called therapeutic foster homes, and these are for children that have a lot of needs. They're for kids who maybe don't know how to handle their emotions. They might be suicidal. They might throw temper tantrums, but we don't care. We're not looking for anything in return. We want to pour out and love them and walk through hard things with them. That is why Second Chance Ranch exists.
I'm 11 years old and I'm part of the Baker family. My favorite thing at the Second Chance Ranch is being with my siblings. There was a time when me and my siblings were separated. The police had to come to my old house very many times. My little brother had popped my mom's car tire. My mom got mad at him, and then the next day she made him pick up all the sticks and then picked him up by his neck. My oldest sister ran over there and pushed my mom over. My brother dropped and my mom was trying to pick him up again, and so I pulled his arm and pulled him back, and then they started fighting. I felt like it was my job to protect my brother because I loved him and I didn't want him to get hurt. She didn't drink, but she would smoke and do pot and always come home with big bottles of medicine. She would always just leave us for my grandma, who was very old and couldn't do very much, and my big sister to take care of us. When we were finally back together, we came here at the Second Chance Ranch because my brother was at one place and then my sister had recently moved in where I was. And then when we came here, we all were back together. My life now is awesome. The people at the Second Chance Ranch make me feel like I'm at home. They just take care of us and really show they love us.
I'm 14 years old and I'm part of the Williams family. I have 4 siblings and they're all younger than me. So I had to be a parent to my siblings, and my mom would just go out and do drugs and party and do all type, like go sell herself to men. When my baby brother was born, we didn't have formula. And so I had to improvise and get whole milk and mix it, half it with water and shake it up and give it to them. When we got to go to the ranch, it changed my life. They showed me how to be a child, how to be a big sister to my siblings, and they taught me how school is important and I have to push myself to do better in school. My favorite thing about my foster parent now is that they push me and my siblings harder to do well in school and to show us how to do better when we are grown-ups. Because of the Second Chance Ranch and the Williams family, we are all living together. They're like a mom and dad to us, and I really, really loved them.
I am 9 years old and I'm with the Clays family. I love being in the Clays family. When I was living with my dad, it was pretty hard because when he got drunk, he said inappropriate, funny stuff, and when he got drunk again, he was aggressive, and it was hard. My house was really scary, and I had to sleep on the floor a lot. When my dad was drunk, I felt like I was not living the perfect life that a kid should have. We got taken away at school. I was separated from my sisters. I was wondering how they were doing and stuff. The best thing about the Clay's house was I saw no drinking or smoking, and Miss Chelsea is really good to talk to sometimes. I hope I get to stay at the Second Chance Youth Ranch forever.
Hey, welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I can't wait to see what I get for Christmas. And speaking of Christmas, we've got a special Christmas show coming up, and we want to give you the opportunity to support some of our children who are counting on our partners so they can have a great Christmas season. And we are looking right now for some foster parents.
Yes.
And we actually have the opportunity for employment right now at Second Chance Youth Ranch. We just had 5 young people that went to an adoptive home. Rachel's going to talk to us a little bit more about that. But we're also building a new foster home, and that's going to make an opportunity for more employment and more children. And then we've got a lot in Benton, Arkansas that probably the very, very first of the year, weather permitting, we'll be breaking ground on that. And that's another foster home, another job opportunity for foster parents, and 5 or 6 more kids. So all that being said, by this time next year, we should have at least 15 more foster children in our care, putting us around 40 foster children.
Yes, sir.
So Rachel, tell me, what are we looking for in foster parents as we're really looking at 2020? Before we get too far back in the past, you know, Paul said, forget the things that lay behind. We want to press forward.
Sure.
Somebody was talking to me the other day and they said, you know, you've accomplished so much. I said, I can't focus on what I've accomplished. I have to remain focused on what I must accomplish.
Yes,
More to do.
So I like to recap, but let's talk about not just what we've accomplished with the grace of God this year. What is it that we really need right now to make 2021 the best year ever, and Christmas 2020 for our kids the best ever?
More than anything, we need foster parents. We need couples or singles who want to make a big impact on hurting kids. We are asking for families that would want to raise a large sibling group, and we take away everything that makes foster care a challenge as best we can and equip these families. So we provide a large house, we provide a vehicle, we provide stipends, we cover all the cost of raising all these kids.
And what kind of support did they get? Because if you say a large sibling group, you're going to give me 3, 4, 5 children,
Right.
plus I've got 1 or 2.
Sure.
That's I don't know if I've ever done that before. How y'all gonna help me?
So we give you breaks, occasional breaks, and date nights, so you can spend time with just your spouse. We help with all your doctor's appointments for the kids, all of their school stuff that they have to do. We provide counseling and therapy for them. So we have really looked at the foster care system, and we've said, why do foster families quit? Why do they give up after a year or 2 years of fostering? And we've tried to really analyze that and remove the challenges as best as humanly possible to make fostering just a better experience that people can do for a long time.
What kind of Christmas stuff do we have now? We got a Christmas show we're going to do, but what kind of opportunities do people have to help children in care at Second Chance Ranch for the holidays? Just give a quick review.
So we would love for people to go to our website and click the donate button and then select Angel Tree / Christmas from the donation options and just donate to help make Christmas special for our kids. We do a very traditional Christmas and gifts under the tree on Christmas morning, that sort of thing. But we also use those donations, if there's enough, to help fund extracurricular activities, things that the kids would like to do throughout the year, extra needs that come up. So Christmas time is a pretty big deal. We need that funding.
Some of those donations actually, because they're out of school for 2 weeks during Christmas, and that helps us provide activities for them off campus during the holidays.
Right.
Now, some folks always ask us this: what kind of needs do you have? Do you need shoes, coats, and all that? We really ask for the financial donations because our foster parents shop for their children.
Yes, just like regular parents would.
just exactly.
They know their babies. They have things that they've been asking for that those parents are excited to buy and wrap and put under the tree for Christmas morning. So we want just that traditional experience.
So we want you to really think about that. Now let's talk about 2020. What kind of success have we had at Second Chance Ranch for our children?
Oh man, it's been such an amazing year. It's incredible to see God moving mountains even in the midst of crisis kind of going on around us. We've had 14 children adopted just in the last year. We had a sibling group of 5 that was reunified with their parents. Their parents were able to make good choices and start to get healthy.
A sibling group of 5.
Yeah.
Moved to their adoptive family up in North Arkansas.
That happened also, yes.
Now, those of you that follow us on social media, when I saw those pictures, and I have them in my phone, I think it was like 15,000 people read that. And then, but what organization really helped us locate that family?
So Project Zero. We have a great partnership with them, and they helped us locate this family. And for a family to say we want all 5 kids to keep them together, and we had thousands and thousands of partners praying over this family to make this miracle happen. And just beautiful children that they deserve that chance.
And they are the sweetest, lovingest, most affectionate
Oh, they
children.
love to cuddle.
They do.
Oh my goodness, we miss them. We miss them a lot.
Well, I'll tell you what, we want to spend some more time talking about 2020 and, again, opportunities and things we're believing God for in 2021. So we're going to take a brief break, let you watch a video of how lives are being impacted, and we'll be right back.
I have been in 19 different placements. This is the Caesars is my 20th, and it also plans to be my last one before a permanent forever home. When I was 5, my mom's boyfriend, who I knew as stepdad, was abusing me sexually, but I was too scared to tell my mom, so I continued to let it happen. And then my mom left him and moved on with another dude, and I thought I was finally safe, but then he started hurting me sexually and physically. And at the beginning, I believe my mom didn't know about it until later on. My mom would let her boyfriend do whatever it is that he wanted to do to me, sexually or physically. In return, he would pay the bills and give us a place to stay and give us money. Things were horrible at home, but I didn't want to come into foster care because of the fear that I would be separated from my siblings. I was really struggling with everything that was going on. I couldn't keep it together, and I just
I was having evil thoughts, just self-harming, of wanting to self-harm, or of just not knowing, feeling helpless. I know that I've come a long way from where I used to be. I'm really happy and really thankful to be in a loving home. I really enjoy spending time with them, doing day trips or going on walks. It's hard to let them in and to let them love you for the fear of losing them, because as a foster kid, you lose so much that if you cling on to something and you lose that, it's heartbreaking. And it took me a while to let them love me and let them in, but I have, and they've supported me through every choice that I've made, and they keep on supporting me going on with the process of moving into a new home to be adopted.
We are so honored to be a small part of these children's stories. But the truth is, there are a lot more stories to tell. We get dozens of phone calls and emails every single week about children who need a home. And right now we are full. We are at capacity, which means that we have to say no to children who need someone. And I can't do that anymore. It's time to say yes. So please partner with us so that we can take in these babies, become their family, and help them heal.
Hey, welcome back. I pray these videos and all these pictures are touching your heart, because, you know, perfect religion and undefiled before God is taking care of widows and orphans.
Absolutely.
And that's what y'all do 24/7, 365, except on your day off. What do you think about on your day off? I think about
children.
Yeah, I think about ministry 24/7.
All the
My
time.
ministry heart never shuts off.
Absolutely.
So I suspect by now our viewers have had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Now they've got their tree up. If not, you better get the tree up. And are celebrating the birth of Christ. What a wonderful, wonderful time of year. How does Christmas impact our children? Because our children that we love, and our foster families that love our children, they're away from their birth families. And some of them are waiting for a forever family.
You know, it's an emotional time, especially when you're separated from your family like that. And not only that, but our kids have, you know, they've watched other families on TV and children at their school and things like that that have had kind of that dream Christmas, and they've thought, that's never going to be real for me, because in their homes before, maybe there was addiction or poverty or other things that just kind of kept that dream from coming true. And so it's so important to us that when they come to Second Chance Ranch, their Christmas is the one they've always dreamed of. And that doesn't mean it's expensive or extravagant. It means that we're doing all those little things that make a home at Christmas, baking cookies and decorating gingerbread
So
houses.
tell me, since this is a recap show, tell me, what was Christmas 2019? What kind of things did our children and staff experience? Some folks come out that are, you know, that are part of our partners. Janet and I try to get out there on Christmas if we have students still on campus that didn't get to go off campus during the holidays. What kind of cool things happened in 2019 to give some folks some ideas and to kind of recap 2020 and Christmas this time last year?
You know, they were really able to have such a good Christmas season last year. A lot of them went to Garvin Gardens in Hot Springs and saw the lights, and we cooked big meals. A lot of them got the matching Christmas pajamas, you know, and all that. And our partners, just the gifts and the decorations and everything, was exactly what we wanted it to be.
What do we do for our foster families during the holidays? Because, you know, a lot of them, they've got 5 or 6 foster children. or 3 or 4 for that matter, and their own children, what's that experience like for them?
So, you know, every year I ask our foster parents, what's some cool thing that you've been wanting for the house or for the kids? Or, you know, do you need new pots and pans for the kitchen, something like that? And so we use some of our Angel Tree money for that purpose to kind of, you know, just give them some things that are going to make life better for everybody in the home.
Sometimes we do stuff for the children specifically. We always do that.
Yes.
But then we do set aside some funds for the house that they're able to utilize throughout the year.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? There's something really special about ministering to people who minister to others and keeping them filled up and encouraged. So we try to love on our parents a little bit at Christmas too.
As we begin to wrap up this show, which is really a recap Christmas show, how many children were adopted from Second Chance Ranch that were in our care in 2020?
We had 14 adoptions and 5 reunifications.
All right, now we always talk in these lingo that everybody at DCFS knows, and a lot of people watching, they ask me all the time, what's DCFS? What's reunification versus forever family? We've got 2 minutes. Can you kind of break that down so people really get a grasp of what it means to deal with in this environment 24/7?
Yeah. Our main goal is for the kids to go back with their biological mom or dad or somebody that they're related
That's
to.
reunification.
That's reunification. That's what our big goal is.
And in order for that to happen,
The parents will have to prove that they can take care of the kids in a safe manner.
yeah,
That's maybe going through drug and rehab programs,
making sure the
parenting
kids
classes.
stay in school.
Yes.
Getting a
Parenting
job
classes.
or housing, like that sort of thing.
So that's our number one goal. And then if that doesn't happen, then they go up for adoption. So, and that's what Forever Family, that Project Zero finds those families and they match those with our children.
We do that. The Call and Project Zero are just 3 organizations, along with the other caregivers around the state.
Yes, sir.
Always looking for forever families. Why look outside the confines of the United States when you can find children right
agree.
here in Arkansas?
Saline County.
And in Saline County, as we've got about 30 seconds, we've historically in Saline County had adequate amount of foster families, but right now, even in our own county, there's a shortage
Absolutely.
in our county and around the state,
Yes, sir.
United States, for foster families. COVID's had something to do with that. We've got 30 seconds or less. What can we ask people to do for us in 2021?
We're ask you to donate towards Christmas, help us with that need by going to our website, asking for you to consider becoming a foster or adoptive parent.
Or
That
a
would be-
mentor.
Or a volunteer,
Yeah.
mentor, somebody like that to contribute. Also consider just blessing our foster families, provide a meal, come help do some deep cleaning around the house.
Little
just
weed
things,
eating?
Yeah, things to make life a little easier. So
Just
there's
about-
lots of things.
Just about anything anybody can do around your house, we need, because we got multiple houses.
Yes, exactly.
We hope this show has been informative and encouraging, and also letting you know how you can be involved and how you can connect, changing one heart and one life at a time through the ministry of Second Chance Youth Ranch and Billy and Rachel and their awesome staff. God bless you. See you next time right here at Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. Bye-bye.